Measure for Measure is known as one of Shakespeare's problem plays. I think it gets that title because it seems to be a hybrid. It seems to be both comic and tragic. And I think the duality of it people find problematic. For me, it doesn't feel problematic. It feels actually like one of Shakespeare's greatest plays. I really do think this is a masterpiece. What Shakespeare offers us, I think, is a slice of humanity. And as we know, life is both comic and tragic. It's both things simultaneously. And that's what Shakespeare gives us here in this play. He gives us something very funny at times, and I think also tragic. And it seems to be a perfect slice of life where the human experience is shown in close-up. When the play begins, we see a world where the strict laws are not being adhered to, are being ignored, and as a result, the world is in freefall. Vice rules. There's a moral debate at the centre of it concerning a character called Isabella, who is a novice nun, whose brother has been sentenced to death for getting a woman pregnant out of wedlock. The choice Isabella has is either to hold on to her chastity or lose it to save her brother's life. And it's that moral dilemma, that question, that has stayed with me since I studied the play in high school. When I'm choosing a context for any production, the question I always have is what is going to release it? What is going to release the play and its central ideas most thrillingly and I think immediately for a contemporary audience watching? There's something about this play and about how when the Duke hands over the power to Angelo, how the world changes. And what is this new regime is a really central question. It strikes me that it feels not dissimilar, I think, to fascism in some ways and the rise of fascism in Europe. So within this production, what we're actually going to reference is the rise of fascism in Europe in the 1930s. There's something very similar, I think, to the lack of morality and the wildness of Vienna and indeed Europe of the late 20s, the excesses in the late 20s. It's going to be a combination of a lot of physical theatre and music too, looking at underground jazz movement from the 20s. There's going to be a lot of music in the show, and I'm fascinated by cabaret culture and what grew out of that. So it's going to be very physical, it's going to be very musical. I think audiences should expect a production that's funny and also a production that's tragic. This play is both things, and the production will be also. It's really a slice of human life, this play, and the production will certainly deliver that.